Yeah, I'm not doing a job about it. I just pretended to have just finished saying a thing in a sentence. Okay.
Let's have a podcast, listen to a podcast. Here is a podcast, listen to a podcast. Let's have a podcast, listen to a podcast. Here is the podcast, listen to the podcast.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Cinnamon Lampshade.
Now, ladies, this next song is called House of Fun. It's gonna need a little audience engagement. I'm gonna need you to clap along. Clap like this. Keep on clapping, that's it. That's it, honey. You got it. Good morning, miss. Can I help you, hon? 16 today, and up for fun. I'm a big boy now, or so they say. So if you'll serve, I'll be on my way. Welcome to the House of Fun. Now I've come of age. Welcome to the House of Fun. Welcome to the Lion's Den. Temptation's on its way. Welcome to the House of... I didn't tell you to stop clapping.
Greetings, weary and dishevelled listener. I nearly said traveller then, but you are a listener. And you are listening to Matt and Cobley's podcast, where I, Cobley, and you, Matt
Cornah.
That is you. Yep. Yes. Talk for a number of moments, desperately, usually about 40.
About 40 moments.
40 moments. Try desperately to talk about things that we don't know much, if anything, about, and it usually doesn't go too well. But today...
It's strange that we've been keeping up with it, really. What were we just listening to?
Well, we were just listening to the dulcet tones of the man known as Cinnamon Lampshade, and he was singing a song by the band... He was singing a song by the band called The Madness. And the song was called House of Fun. But anyway, the reason that we had Cinnamon Lampshade singing at the beginning of this podcast against his own will...
And knowledge.
Yes, is because the podcast is about fun, which is something that we don't know much. Well, we do know stuff about fun, Matt. I mean, I've spent
I think anyone who's listened to this podcast at any length would contest that.
Well, I've spent my day off watching 90s wrestling. That was fun.
Right. Who won the wrestling? Was it Frank Bruno or not?
Yeah.
Wow. Nice one, Frankie.
It was good. So it was your idea for this, Matt. So you're going to have to embellish this a little bit more because I'm a bit confused because how do we talk about fun when we have experienced fun at some point, I think, in our lives? I mean, for me, it's not been that often, apart from this afternoon when I was watching 90s wrestling. But...
Yeah, I mean, again, I would contest that either of us have ever really experienced fun. But I suppose what I wanted to do with this episode is talk about, A, things that people do for fun.
Well, other humanoids. The humans.
You know, people that aren't you.
The humans.
Yeah, them.
Yeah.
And B, stuff like...
I realize I've just belittled all the listeners by calling them humanoids, but...
It's alright, fine. Fuck them.
Yeah, okay.
You're all scum.
That's
absolute fucking scum of the earth.
I like that you've gone above and beyond what I did, so I feel better about it now.
Yeah, it's fine. It's completely fine.
So, sorry, what were you saying?
Yes, so sort of what people do for fun and what people do to provide fun for others. So say stuff like live entertainment. And I think we've got some minimal experience in both of those things. And I thought it would be a very entertaining podcast.
Fun, even.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
So it should be fun/entertainment.
Yes, but that's a clunky episode title, isn't it? And I thought it was amusing me, the idea of calling an episode fun, as though none of the others are.
Well, okay. That's fair enough. I feel like I've got to say as well, Matt, that we're in a different venue today than the usual place for our second series of podcasts. We're actually at my parents' house. Not because I've been kicked out or anything like that. I love you still. I love you. Just joking.
Or is he? It's difficult to tell on this podcast, isn't it?
No.
The line between reality and fiction is blurred.
It is, and surreal.
Yeah.
But, no, I'm dog-sitting for my parents as they're gallivanting
you shouldn't do
off.
that, mate. That's bad for their elf, sitting on them.
Oh, come on, Matt. That's really shit.
Shouldn't do that, really.
No,
but what I do like about this new setup is that there is an element of jeopardy to it, in that at any moment a dog could come bursting
through the
door that we've not shut.
Going... and stuff.
Which I think listeners would normally accept as being like me having a breakdown.
Yes.
Yeah.
But in this instance, it might be a dog instead.
Yeah.
Stuff. But strangely enough, Terry's managed to track us down here. He stood outside.
Well, he's very officious, isn't he?
I guess so. Yeah. The podcast must be done once a week.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I've not seen you for a week. It's been all right. I've not done much. How have you been? Before we start talking about fun.
Yeah.
Unless you've had some fun over the week.
No, I don't think so.
No?
Although, having said that, I have got this brilliant new game that I've been playing on my phone. I don't know if you've seen it.
Well, these app games.
One of the app games that you can get on the phone.
Is it one of those free ones?
Yeah, it's a free fun game that you can get on your phone. I have downloaded it and put it on, and I've been doing some fun on it. It is called Timber.
Timber.
I always say.
It's a fucking lumberjack game or something.
I think so. I think it's lumberjack based. What it is you sign up to it, right? And it uses your Facebook profile. You give them a load of information about yourself, your credit card details and all that.
Yeah.
And your PIN number. And once you've done that, it lets you go on it, and it shows you some pictures of some humans, female humans, and you judge them on their appearance. And if you find a good one, you swipe right. And if you find a bad one, you swipe left. I've scored so many points.
So you've been playing the dating games on the apps?
I sure have, Cobley. I've been having fun with it. It's a great game.
Yeah? What's your score?
Well, I mean, I'll tell you what, actually. I've come into a problem with it, right? Because there's a bit in the game where after you have swiped right for some of the people...
Yeah.
You are obliged to do some conversations.
More of the concept of Tinder.
Yeah, that's a pain in the arse, isn't it?
What, conversing with other like-minded humans?
With that. I'm just interested in the swipey bit. Swipey.
What would you do if there was like a picture of, I don't know, just like a really abstract photograph that appeared rather than a picture of a girl? Like an origami picture. What would you do?
That's an interesting point, actually, because I was talking to someone about this the other week.
I thought you were going to say, I was talking to someone that looked like a pile of compost the other week.
Yeah.
That's quite right. I thought, that's quite attractive compost, that. I'll give it a go.
He's a pretty boy.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you actually saying? You didn't find some compost attractive, surely?
Well, that aside.
Sentient compost that had started using Tinder to go on dates with blokes.
Uh-huh. Look, if you're going to keep judging me, I don't see any reason to continue this conversation.
Is that why you had that plant pot the other day?
Yes.
Is that why you were kissing it?
Well, wouldn't you?
Date went well then?
Yeah, since you're asking.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know why you've been so judgmental.
I'm not judging you.
This is the fucking problem with people on the internet.
I'm not judging you. I'm just saying it's fine.
Right. Well, stop looking at me like I'm some kind of deviant and accept my fulfilling, frankly, relationship with some compost in a pot.
Are you dating the pot as well, or is that just what's holding the compost in?
Look, we've not got that far in the relationship to establish what the parameters are. I think the pot is allowed to watch.
Can you even remember what you were originally going to say? Because
I can remember, but okay. I was just seeing how far this would go.
That's fine.
Yes, no, I was talking to someone about this the other week, and it was kind of news to me, but apparently it's common knowledge that a lot of blokes just go on Timber and just swipe everything right.
Right.
So even if it was some kind of abstract painting, they'd still
swipe
by
right.
default. I suppose the idea being that they'd see what they ended up with and then thereby decide who they'd talk to.
Right, okay.
It's quite cynical, really.
It is a bit, yeah.
But I'm not really interested in that. I just like the swiping game. So in answer to your question, if it was an abstract painting, I'd only swipe right if I'd fuck it. So let's talk about fun, Cobbers. Cobbers the Bobbers.
Well, that's why you're here.
We were quite struggling to think of stuff to actually talk about in this episode, weren't we?
Well,
unsurprisingly, given the theme, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah.
But one of the things I remembered earlier today was something that I'm pretty sure you and I have never talked about, which was when the Rock FM van came to school. Now, Rock FM is a radio station in the northwest of England. It plays all the rock music.
Oh, that might be why it's called Rock FM.
Yeah. All the rock music. Boyzone, S Club 7.
East 17.
Yeah. All the rock music it plays. Anyway,
so Rock FM came to our school.
It was a kind of big event thing. They had a kind of setup. It was like a van that opened up and they had like a raised step or stage, if you
right.
will. There was one guy who was the talent, as they say in the biz.
Yep.
Anyway, this van rocked up at our school, right? And it's amazing to me you don't remember this, but hey, there was a big crowd around it anyway, and I got onto the front row. So I was witnessing this gig thing, but what the bloke was essentially doing was karaoke whilst dressed in spandex branded with the Rock FM branding.
Brilliant.
Now, even though that is my off-duty clothes and is certainly what I'm wearing now, I would say I don't know how comfortable I feel thinking about a bloke in tight spandex in a school. I don't know what you think about that.
Would you swipe right?
I don't know, mate. He had a moustache, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm into tashes. But yeah, it was a really curious experience because the guy was quite avuncular and enthusiastic about what he was doing. It was this kind of elaborate karaoke performance to a selection of 80s hits, culminating in a very epic performance of Goodness Gracious, Great Balls of Fire!
Isn't that a 60s hit, though?
I'm sorry if I got the decade wrong. I think his version was the 80s version.
the synth pop one.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, sung by like fucking Tears for Fears. That's my impression of
Tears for Fears.
The Tears for Fears band, yeah. I want to rule the world. Oh.
Those are both Tears for Fears songs there.
The only two that we know.
Songs that they did.
That we know. It's fun, isn't it?
God rest their souls. Anyway, the point of the story is that I was quite close to the front and I could smell his BO.
Yeah, and while we're kind of on the subject of gigs, entertainment, fun, blah, 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 whatever this fucking podcast is about, I was...
Does it even matter?
It doesn't matter. Nobody cares, do they really? I was at a gig a good few years ago now, but maybe even like over 10 years ago, that long ago.
Do you want me to guess who you were watching?
No. I don't want you to... No. It was... no, it wasn't Bjork. I think it was Frank Black and the Catholics, actually.
Frank Ferdinand?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, during the encore performance of this show, some fucker decided to put the cigarette ash out on my head and like just burnt my hair.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Right, you do know this is a comedy podcast, right?
Well,
what's funny about a young boy having a cigarette burnt out on your face?
It wasn't put out on my face. They just put it out on my head.
Right.
I'm just saying.
That's horrible.
Well,
That's horrible.
It wasn't me doing it to a child.
No,
someone did it to me.
Someone did that to you. I can't believe it.
Are you trying to show empathy? Because it sounds sarcastic.
I'm having a go.
You just sound horrifically sarcastic.
It's horrible that you went through that.
I'm just saying that experience happened to me. That might explain.
I mean, look, here's the truth of it. The idea of someone putting a cigarette out on your head is hilarious to me.
Well, right.
Right.
I thought you might find it funny.
Yeah.
That's why I told you. You don't have to pretend that you care. My hair's grown back now. It was just singed a bit.
What did you actually have a bald spot?
No, I didn't. It wasn't that bad. It just like singed a bit of my hair because I had quite a lot of it at the time.
Did you actually genuinely singe your hair?
Yeah, because he put a fucking cigarette out on my head. What do you think's going to happen?
I don't know.
Fucking hair to sprout out more, is it?
I've wanted to fucking try it.
Well, it just
quite a lot of hostility in this week's episode.
There is. We need to
pent-up anger.
We need to kind of like chill it out a little bit because I think when we first started this podcast, we were like arm in arm, weren't we, when we were talking? And we only used one microphone. Now we're like at other ends of the room, like occasionally throwing projectiles at each other. And yeah, it's not good, is it? Really? We used
to like snog and stuff in the. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Cobley?
Yes, my friend. Yeah. Trying to be nice now.
We're friends in real life. And I'm sorry for getting aggressive before.
It's okay.
Yeah. Do you remember Camelot theme park?
Do I?
I don't know, I'm asking.
Do I? Yes, I do, yeah.
Right.
I do.
It was good, wasn't it?
It was great. Yeah.
It was. You might even go as far as to say fun.
I see where you're going here, Matt. I see where you're going.
It's thematically relevant.
Yeah. It was a theme park based around fucking King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, wasn't it, for those that may not be familiar with Camelot theme park. Probably a small theme park, I'd say, in the grand scheme of things. It wasn't like the size of Alton Towers, was it?
I don't know, by the standards of the northwest of England, where there's nothing.
At Camelot, there was a few roller coasters, a log flume, general stuff.
They had a roller coaster called the Excalibur. And
yes.
It's not a roller coaster, it was a kind of like a swing.
People dressed as jesters and knights and got into it and stuff, didn't they? And then there was a...
Oh, my favourite one actually was, do you remember the Nightmare? The Nightmare.
Yeah, is that the ride where people kept dying on it and they just kept kept it on anyway.
It's fine. We've had 6 deaths this week already, but we think we've solved the problem. Forgive everybody a lovely hard hat.
Forgot about that.
Forgive everyone a hard hat. Nobody else needs to die.
I know which one you're thinking of. You're thinking of right. There was like a swing thing called the Excalibur, and I think someone actually did die on it or something.
And then didn't they just like rename
they
it?
Closed it down and just wheeled in a new ride called the Excalibur 2.
I thought it was like this. I thought it was the same fucking ride. They just got, well, if we call it this Excalibur 2 and give everyone a hard hat, nobody else needs to die. It's a sequel. It's better than the first.
For the listeners at home, this theme park has closed down now.
It's fucking long closed down. Yeah, probably because of the amount of people that kept dying in it. Really,
it was a veritable slaughterhouse. Wasn't it?
Was like a death trap. Yeah.
No, the nightmare I'm talking about, I was just entertained by the looping announcement that they had.
Which was?
Well, it had all this sort of epic fantasy music in the background, and then it had someone like trying to do a kind of deep and evocative voice over it going, "If you're ready to face your own worst nightmare, then step forward." And it was something about the kind of Lancashire accent that reminded it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's sort of an Arthurian legend themed theme park by people from the northwest of England.
Yeah.
Who don't really know anything about
the mythology behind. Yeah. That's good. It was fun.
The thing about the big selling point of Camelot was that they had sort of live shows. They had a kind of
I remember
kind of arena
jousting for jousting.
Yeah, jousting tournaments, and they had actual actors
with horses.
Yeah,
I remember because there used to be loads of different knights that used to take on the Black Knight, who was the evil bad knight, and everybody booed him.
Yeah,
boo the Black Knight.
Nasty piece of work, that one.
And at the end, the White Knight or whatever, or King Arthur was it? I don't remember. Some fucking dragon.
Lancelot, it would have been.
Lancelot prevailed. Lancelot prevailed, yeah.
I don't think there was a dragon in it. It didn't have the budget for that. Although there was a dragon at the entrance in a cage that had a kind of
talk
like that.
A talking dragon. I remember the talking dragon. Hello and welcome to Camelot.
Anyway, we've got sidetracked. We need to talk about the arena. The thing about Camelot was that they had these live performances with the they did actually do sort of jousting. I mean, they were sort of quite half-assed in that they didn't even attempt to hurt each other. But I don't suppose you're expecting them to do that.
No, it's probably a bit much asking some actors to injure themselves by jousting.
They're very respectable artists, Cobley. I've got the Black Knight's autograph.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm a little bit... The child inside is a little bit jealous.
Why have you got a child inside?
My childish child self.
Right.
I'm not eating a child.
And anyone who says he has is lying.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. But anyway, I'm a little bit jealous, that's what I mean to say.
It was a strange thing where at the end of the shows that they did, the jousting show, and we want to talk about Edgar the Jester in a bit, but we'll talk about him in a minute.
Okay, right.
We definitely want to talk about
I don't remember Edgar the Jester, but no.
Well, look, listeners, you need to hear this, though. I have got the Black Knight's autograph.
The
Black Knight from Camelot.
Were you the only one that went over to him?
Well, this is the thing. It was a kind of thing where, because the show was like in front of quite a lot of people, it had the kind of facade of the people in it being quasi-celebrities, I suppose. Consequently, when they went to the crowds at the end of it, children would flock to them asking for autographs, even though they were just jobbing actors. So I thought I'd step up and get my Black Knight's autograph, because I didn't want Lancelot's autograph. No. I'm a rebel. I wanted the Black Knight's autograph.
I understand.
Mordred, his name was, actually. Mordred Smith.
He had a name. So did he actually sign it Mordred, or did he write the Black Knight, or did he write, Dear Matt, hope you die horribly soon, the Black Knight?
Hold on, let me have a look at it.
Well, you've not got it with you, have you? You're just looking at thin air.
The people at home don't need to know that.
We can't lie to the people at home, Matt.
All right.
We don't lie on this podcast. I've said this before.
The truthful podcast is what we called it, isn't it?
Yes. You can't just lift your hand up and not expect me to call you out on it.
All right, I admit it. The third thing you said is the thing that you wrote.
What, that he wished death upon you and one day he will rule the land?
Yeah, I mean, I think the guy playing Mordred was a bit of a psychopath anyway.
It's nice that you've got that. I wonder what he's doing now. He's probably probably works at a call centre or something, still dressed as the Black Knight. Hello, can I ask you some questions about your gas and electricity? I'm Mordred.
Yeah, hello, Mordred. I'm sorry, I'm a bit busy at the moment.
Well, that's fine. I could call back at a more suitable time. Is 6 o'clock for you?
All right, yeah, well, that's 6
Because we've got some good deals. Good deals on gas. Good deals on electric.
I do need to get my gas sorted out.
Well,
Thanks,
that's it.
Mordred.
The problem is with a lot of people nowadays is that they spend a lot of time not looking at the gas and looking at other things, so they end up paying a lot more for it by sticking with the same provider. But you know, if you switch, maybe we could get you a better deal. I'm not saying we're the best, but we're up there. No, actually, we are the best. My manager's just doing a thing with his neck now. So it's Mordred. All right, I'll give you a call. It was 6:30.
No, thanks, Mordred. No, seriously, mate, I do need to get it sorted up because I'm using so much gas. So much gas.
Yeah? Like to do a lot of camping, do you?
Oh, I love a camp.
You need a good lot of gas when you go camping, don't you? Because otherwise, you could be bloody cold, couldn't you? Especially in the winter.
Well, you don't want to be cold in winter, don't you? Not.
I used to be Black Knight, you know. And I had lots of layers. I had lots of layers on.
From
Camelot, yeah.
I love you.
Did you watch me when you were a kid?
I think I've got
your autograph. It really was. Have you got my autograph?
Aye.
I was a bit angrier back then, so I apologise if I said anything a bit offensive. Don't let that judge you on the gas and stuff that I'm selling you.
Right, I hope you die.
Did I?
You was doing it in character, you know what I'm saying?
Well, no. At the time, I was going through a lot at home, you know.
Yeah.
No, I probably did mean that I hope you die, but no, I'm a changed man. I do gas and electricity now.
No, I
get good deals for people. I don't wish death upon them. I've done my time. So anyway, I'll speak to you at 6 o'clock. All right, mate?
Right. I mean, to be honest, I don't...
No. Call you back at 6. Right. We'll talk. We'll talk then. I'll have some figures for you. Yeah,
it'd be interesting, that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. Yeah. It's probably what... Yeah.
Probably what he's doing.
Probably is what he's doing now.
You know that autograph goes for like $5,000 on eBay? Like $5,000.
$5,000.
5 grands.
Mordred, the Black Knight from Camelot.
Yeah, the original Mordred from Camelot theme park. Yeah, and they replaced him, I think, like 3 or 4 years into its run, and his autograph doesn't go for so much. But I got the original Mordred.
So you could sell that for $5,000.
5 grands, yeah.
You're gonna have to prove that to me, Matt, because I can't possibly say some bloke that's just wrote the Black Knight Mordred in you and please die. I know
what you mean, yeah, because it seems kind of pathetic, doesn't it, that just some bloke dressed as a knight in a theme park.
Yeah, unless he went on to become a big celebrity or whatever. But as we've discussed, he now works in a call centre.
Yeah, I know, but his reputation lives on, I think, is the thing. And there's a lot of fans of Arthurian legend out there. In many ways, he has incorporated himself into the mythos.
Matt, you're talking shit.
What you're looking at me like I'm... You're doing that bloody look that you always do at me when
you're talking shit. Get eBay up now. You've got the internet on.
Right.
Show me. Prove it. I'll bet you.
Do you actually want to bet me?
Yeah.
You're going to lose.
Well, if you're that...
Mate,
you gave me 20 quid last week, so if you want to double or bust that, double it to 40, I'm happy to do that. Because honestly...
You are such a fucking idiot.
There are celebrities...
This is so obviously true.
You couldn't buy some Hollywood celebrity. I can't think of anybody. I literally can't think of a celebrity. But you couldn't buy a celebrity's...
Sylvester McCoy.
Yeah, you couldn't buy his...
Just thought of a celebrity.
Okay, you couldn't buy Sylvester McCoy's autograph on eBay for anywhere near £5,000.
Yeah,
so why would the Black Knight from Camelot...
Yeah.
Well, why would that be $5,000?
Sylvester McCoy doesn't do riding.
Right, I'll bet you a shake on it. Come on.
All right, yeah.
40 quid. You're an idiot. You're a buffoon.
You're a bloody idiot.
You're a buffoon. I'm not even joking. You're a buffoon.
I'm actually laughing because of how stupid you're being.
Look it up on eBay.
But you must have heard about this kind of thing though. Like, how about quote unquote legendary former theme park entertainers' autographs go for millions of pounds? I mean,
no. Just look it up. Just show me.
All right.
Just show me, and it'll be fine then.
Such a bloody idiot.
Well, if I apologise, then I've lost money, haven't I?
Yeah, you better pay up and all because I'm running into financial.
It's the risk. It's the risk I take. We'll look at previous. Previous ones. Previous
sales
auctions things.
Black
Knight
autograph. Camelot, Northwest England.
So it looks like there's been one in the past 6 months which didn't get sold from you that you've tried to put on sale and it's not been sold, and that's your eBay username. He's speechless.
The listeners to the podcast, log in to eBay to find the Black Knight's autograph. Available now for the low price of $5,000.
Just to stop you from
Where's
making
your bloody fucking money? Do you take cards?
No, just hard cash.
Right, I have to go a cash machine.
But to stop you making a buffoon of yourself anymore, Matt, actually, it might just continue the trend. What were we going to say about Edgar the Jester? I don't remember Edgar from Camelot.
Edgar the Jester. He did the kind of entertainment between acts in the jousting session.
Yeah, I don't remember. Was it like
doing all juggling and like pulling stuff out of his arse? And
okay, no, I don't recall him. I remember. No, I don't. No.
I guess that he would have been a kind of comic/magician guy that they brought in to fill when things went either into a break or just maybe if one of the knights got killed, they'd bring him on to do some juggling.
Distract the audience kind of thing. Okay, so what's your anecdote about Edgar?
Well, I thought you remembered this because I saw him on the train, and I'm pretty sure you were with me when that happened.
When?
Like
years ago.
2 or 3 years ago, yeah.
Recently?
Yeah. Quite recently.
No, I don't remember that, Matt. That's not me.
It was
one of your other friends.
Duffel coat. He wasn't in period costume, so I guess no one would have recognised him.
Did you taunt him?
Yeah, I went up to him, right, and I said, "Hey, Edgar, where's your juggling balls, you prick?" And that showed him, didn't it?
And what did he say then?
He just looked down and looked like quite upset.
Yeah, probably because he's not got a job since. He's probably jealous of the Black Knight in the calls.
Exactly.
And he's not. He's on the dole. He's unemployed. You made him feel worse. Well, you made
know what? Like
you
this
made
is
him
what
feel
I always say
worse.
about celebrities when you see them in public. You should always shout at them.
Yeah.
You should always shout the first thing you think of. If you saw Sylvester McCoy in public, what would you say to him?
Nothing. Karaoke's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're quite good at karaoke.
We like a bit of karaoke. Yeah. You're all right at karaoke.
Thanks, mate. I mean, I can't think of a more depressing evaluation of one's life.
You're quite good at karaoke. Yeah, I suppose. But thanks anyway for the compliment.
No worries, mate.
But yes, we do enjoy a little bit of karaoke from time to time, and I'm under the impression that other humans do too.
Yeah. Why are you talking in that weird voice?
I don't know.
Making me deeply uncomfortable.
I used to do karaoke quite a lot in my teens at a pub in a nearby town. Yeah, I just used to sing like Morrissey and other 80s songs. One such night, I decided...
Know, by the way, that I was never invited to any of these...
it's a different circle of friends, Matt. Yeah. Different circle of friends.
Why was I not in the circle?
I don't know. Because you didn't work where I worked.
Yeah, I suppose it probably was that.
It was that.
It was probably that.
Yeah.
That'll be why.
So anyway, one night that I want to talk about, I decided I'd test the audience and the DJ by choosing something like an 8-minute long song by the band Radiohead called Paranoid Android, which I learned the lyrics for to try and sing.
Fantastic. Just there for ages.
Yeah. No doubt you'll have heard Radiohead before. Paranoid Android song is quite a slow, it's a medley of a few different songs anyway. Yeah. But I was sat there going...
And for the listeners at home that haven't heard Paranoid Android, that's a pretty fair summary.
We'd probably have to send some royalties to Radiohead for me doing that, wouldn't we?
Yeah, because they've got those robots now that analyse
on everything that's uploaded to.
That was a very accurate waveform of Paranoid
Well, I was doing
Android.
a fucking great job of a great impression of Tom York.
I know.
And I was there.
Thom York.
It might be Thom.
York.
Yeah, it might be Thom. Yeah. Thom York. I was doing it. It's my
Yorkie.
It's my accent. It's my northern accent. Yeah. I was doing a great impression of Thom, and I was there wailing, and I was like sitting on the floor giving them the.
We're going to get so much...
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. I need to stop doing the Thom York. Anyway, so my point is I was doing all that and the DJ just cut me off. He just cut me off and just started playing some other song. There was one guy that did say, I thought you did a good job with that Thom York singing, but he hates me now.
Right? Why?
Oh, I couldn't possibly go into detail on this podcast, Matt, but he wishes I was dead.
Okay, well, I mean, just in private between you and me, just tell us why. Just whisper it to me. Tell me why.
No?
In whisper. It's alright, no, this is just between you and me, just whisper.
It's not. It's fine anyway.
Just whisper it.
It's fine. I'm over it. I'm over it. But he said I did a great job.
Right.
But I don't think he'd say that now. He'd probably say, on reflection, it was a shit job, Cobley. And I hate you. I hate you for what you did. For what you did. And I can never forgive you. Even though I'm laughing. I'm not forgiving you. Essentially, I'm drowning in a sea of sin.
Well, there's worse places to drown.
I suppose there is. I think it's time for an ad break. Darling, I'm home. I don't hear any sizzling. Have you forgotten about the wall sausages?
Oh, right, yeah. I just made myself a cheese toasty. Do you want me to get one on the go for you and all?
No, I'd rather have some wall sausages, love. You know, like t'other days.
Well, why don't you make your own fucking sausages?
Bloody hell. Fine, I will then. Fine. I can make sausages. I can do this.
Sausages, sausages, wild sausages, sausages.
Well, that was... those adverts are getting weird.
Yeah.
Still, we're locked in now. Nothing we can do about it.
We are sponsored by Wall Sausages. Yep. Yes, we...
Buy as many as you possibly can.
We love those sausages.
Get them down your gullet.
Yep.
Terry! Do you want a cup of tea or not?
Don't goad him, Matt. He doesn't look like the kind of guy that drinks fucking tea. He looks like the kind of guy that drinks blood that's straight from your neck when he's cut your head off. You know what I'm saying?
What? It's a good job we can't hear this bloody podcast.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got his headphones in, that's why he can't hear us.
He's listening to things.
Yeah.
But listening from instructions from Wall Sausages.
Yeah, really.
You know, his only reason for being there is to make sure that we do these podcasts on time once a week.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe one day we should just not do one for a week and just see what happens.
I don't know. I don't want to risk it.
No? Because it could just be a front. He might be a nice guy. He looks terrifying with his curly hair that looks like super noodles.
Yeah, he's got a rep though, hasn't he? I mean, I think he's done a few killings, hasn't he?
I don't know. I don't know him.
Yeah, I sort of brokered the deal with Wall Sausages and...
We can't get out of it now.
Sweet.
We're nearly halfway, though. Halfway. So, fun. What other things do people do for fun, Matt? What is fun? What is entertainment? Fun/entertainment.
I'm starting to lose confidence in this episode theme, and it's my fault. I'll tell you what, why don't you go on the internet and look up what people do for fun and read it out to me?
Just to pad some time out on the Google.
Yep, on the Googles.
Yeah. This is really scraping the barrel now, Matt.
Mm?
I've just typed into Google things people do for fun.
Perfect.
And to be honest, the answers that it's provided me, I don't think are going to extend this podcast for much longer. Here's a list to help you free from boredom without emptying your wallet this weekend. There's a picture of a lady on a bike, and she's, instead of having her feet on the pedals, they're like out, like sticking out as though like...
she must be fun then.
Look at her.
Yeah, she looks like loads of
She's
fun.
having fun. So I don't know whether she's wrote this list, this small list.
No, it's dangerous doing that when you're doing it on your bike.
Well, I don't mean she's wrote it on a list. She might have just been a picture of her cycling around without her feet on the pedals. And here's a list of things that I've wrote for you to have fun by. Anyway, point.
No, do it in a voice.
Point number one, Go to the park.
That's a good idea.
You can take your family or go with a friend.
Look, if I took my family to the park, they'd be wondering why I was doing it.
They think you were taking them out there to kill them.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they?
I appreciate you spending time with us, son, but I don't understand what you're doing.
Yeah, it'd just be like really awkward, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
Anyway, the second thing this lady suggests is watch the sunset.
Have you ever seen the sunset?
I think I've been present when it's been setting, but I don't think my attention was drawn to it.
I think I've been present when it's...
No, I don't mean that. Well, obviously I've been around when the sun has set once or twice, but I mean, I'm sure I've been outside when the sun has been setting, but I've not really been paying that much attention to it.
You're probably having too much fun.
Probably.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say that watching the sunset was fucking fun.
Will alert your eyes, won't it?
The other things that she points out, I'm just going to rattle through, unless you've got really something interesting to say.
I reckon I've got a really witty thing to say about every single one.
No.
I've not. I've really not.
She says, pack a picnic lunch. That's fun.
Do you eat it after?
No, you just pack it. It just says pack it.
Just pack it.
So pack a picnic lunch.
Just pack it.
That's not fun, is it?
Oh.
Play
Probably not.
Play a card game.
Oh, that's fun though, isn't it? Top trumps.
Yeah, top trumps. All right, I'll have that one, but that's the only one. And lastly, it says throw a BYOE. BOE. Throw.
BOE.
Throw a BOE. Throw it.
I mean, I don't know what that is, but I'm interested.
BYOE. BYOE, Bring Your Own Encryption, is a cloud computing security model that allows... well, it's not that, is it?
I don't know. Throw one. See what happens.
Throw it. Well, I don't have one.
See if you have any fun.
I don't have one to throw, so I clearly can't have fun. Clearly, that woman...
She's too busy riding around on a bloody bike to have any proper fun.
She's not even wrote on that list, ride around on a bike.
Exactly. She's insane.
And she's doing that.
That's the thing, I think. She's having too much fun. She doesn't want anyone else to have control of the fun.
Maybe, so she just reamed off a load of crap. Probs.
Yeah, probs.
Probs. Probs. It's that time again, Matt.
It's that time again. What time do you mean, Cobley?
Yeah, it's Cobley's culture section.
All right, I've got a jingle for it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this now.
Yep. Let's whack this.
Okay,
like
Cobley's culture section.
Because I listened to what you said last week about it, and I thought, right, I need to get my.
You need to step up.
Yeah,
step up.
'Cause I don't think I've been putting enough effort.
Man up
into this podcast.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So here it is.
Okay.
How about this?
Cobley's culture section. Wah, 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 wah.
Are you taking the piss now?
What?
Are you taking the fucking piss now?
Sure,
that's just the same fucking thing that I did.
It's got a beat on it.
The other week with a beat in the background.
Yeah, you told me to put a beat on it. I spent ages putting the beat on it.
No, Matt. No.
Upwards of 4 minutes.
No, I want an action. What more do I have to say other than I want a nice jingle for this?
That's a nice jingle!
Yeah, it is a nice jingle, but you could turn it into a nice jingle. Don't just put a beat on the end. I'd like a bit of music and, a newness to it.
Bloody hell, you're so demanding.
You've ruined it again, haven't you?
Right, just do your fucking stupid...
Well, I will do.
In Germany, we have fun by playing the accordion in the Alps.
I'm going to do my culture section. I just would like a nice jingle to go with it at the start and at the end.
Look. The thing is, I can tell you're a bit upset, aren't you?
Well, considering the amount of effort that you've put into other jingles that you've done of previous segments that I wasn't even...
Don't know what you're on about.
I didn't even want to be a part of. I just think it's not much to ask, is it?
Sort it out.
All right. You've ruined it again.
Okay, just for the listeners at home, I just want to say I'm sorry for not doing it.
Would you actually feel bad if I started crying? Or would you just not bother? Would you just laugh?
I might laugh a bit.
I think that's horrible. I think that's fucking horrible. I do a lot for you, Matt. Anyway, the topic's about fun, yeah?
Oh, right, yeah.
So,
carry on.
You know, as well as I do, that I'm half German.
Yep.
But what you don't know
is which half.
Yeah. Anyway, just a quick one. In Germany, there's a quiz show that's been taking the country by storm over the past few years. I don't know if you've heard about it because it's absolutely massive in Germany. I think it would not be a hyperbole to say that every single German watches this show every week.
What would it be?
It's just a fact. A fact. Yeah.
Superbly.
Anyway, let me just...
Sorry.
This is my section.
Sorry.
You can have your own if you want.
Fucking, you know what? I might do.
Yeah?
Yeah, Matt's culture section.
Matt's culture section. Yeah. Right, what's that going to be about?
It's like books and stuff.
Books? Right, okay. Well, we can do Matt's culture section after this if you want.
Beano.
Yeah, we'll do it after this. Yeah. Right, anyway. The German quiz show is called Das Schlump. Yeah? Which...
I have heard of this.
You've heard of Das Schlump?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, though.
Well, it's... in English, it's the weekly general knowledge quiz! Das Schlump!
That's the literal translation.
That's the literal translation, yeah. Like I said, if it comes over here, it might be called something else.
Yeah, they'll probably give it some snappy name, like the weekly general knowledge quiz.
I don't know. I fucking know. But anyway, the general premise of the show is that each winner each week gets a part of a Volkswagen car and the opportunity to come back onto Das Schlump.
What?
You get a part of a car, like a wheel.
Right.
or a steering wheel,
Right.
or a bolt, or a radiator.
Like a bolt. So is there any system by which it's determined how big a part you get? Is it
You choose.
like how well you do it?
You can choose. Yeah. Well, yeah, you get to choose, but obviously if you don't answer a lot of the questions, it becomes a less about... It doesn't matter anyway. But the point I'm saying is that the winner of each episode of Dash Glump ends up with a part of a Volkswagen.
Okay, so but has anyone actually managed to construct an entire...
Yeah, there was this guy a couple of weeks ago that just managed to finish from coming back onto Dash Glump. He's just built, over, I think, the course of 15 years, a Volkswagen. So it's like all that, some parts are really quite old and some are quite new. I've got a clip of him winning if you want to see it. I'll play it on my phone.
Right, all right, you whack it on if you want.
Yeah.
Damen und Herren, Sie hören das Klum. Bitte begrüßen Sie Ihren Gastgeber Holger, Horst und Holger.
Dankeschön. Willkommen. Ich bin Holger, Horst und Holger. Lislavrovs nicht noch Schläflorbeeren? Nein, noch nicht! Ist weitesten Milken an Rennstrich. Ja. Das Schlumpf, willkommen, meine, das Contestant. Ich heiße Hermann Ponwitt. Hermann, ist Schleifenschlafen?
Nein, das Poppenschlafen.
Poppenschlafen?
Oh, nein. Poppenschlafen.
Okay. Round 1 ist in Heinsten von Schlafenschlaf. Okay?
Okay.
Das ist gut. Und lesen. Ich möchte anfangen. Einen wählen. Listen. Transport 999. Ich habe und heißen und deinen Leinen.
Wie lang vor das Fleiber?
Ja. Wir sind, okay, 2. Hier sind Waschen, hier sind Holstein.
Holger! Oh nein,
Holger Schlott. Ist nicht wahr. Ja! Einen Pointen, Hermann. Dein Festen in der Volkswagen Witchenpaten. Konstierten in der Volkswagen.
Der Autobahn?
Der Autobahn.
Oh nein, der Schleifenautobahn.
Gut. Lichtschlopfs.
Einen Schlopperbahn!
Nein, Lichtschlopfs.
Na.
Du bist ein Commiserations meinen Freunden, der nicht so gut, nicht die Paten, die Volkswagen.
Danke. Nein.
Ich habe die heißen Fleißen schön die Sleimen. Tschüss.
I mean, that's very moving, Cobley.
It's good to watch, Matt. Even
vehicular prize at the end.
Yeah, I mean, even without the subtitles, it's great. It's really fun. I watch it endlessly.
Do you actually, though?
Yeah.
I suppose it's part of your culture, isn't it?
I suppose it is. Yeah. Half of my culture.
Half of it.
Half of it. Yeah. So, well, that's the end of Cobley's culture section. But as with last week, nobody has any way of knowing, and listeners will probably assume that it's just going to go on and on and on and on because there's no end.
Right. So, right. Okay. So, talk me through what you want me to do to the.
Well, I've said it. I've just told you. Just a tune.
Got a beat on it.
A tune and a melody. Just a tune and a melody and a fucking jingle. Just make a jingle.
Hell.
Not just a beat on the back of me going, doing what I did.
All right.
So you're on your culture corner, culture section.
Culture corner.
Yeah, go on.
See, that's a good jingle. Welcome one and welcome all to Matt Corner's Culture Corner with me, Matt Corner, from off of Matt Corner's, Matt and Cobley's podcast, starring me, Matt Corner.
Just because you're talking enthusiastically doesn't make your section better than mine.
Shut up! Stop undermining me.
Sorry, no, go on.
I would like to tell you about some culture.
Well, okay.
Yeah. I would like to tell you about books. Have you ever read a book?
Books. Have I ever read
Books
a
are
book?
good, aren't they?
Well, you're asking me a question if I've ever read a book.
Yep.
You're not really educating me on culture, are you? Because I'm just going to answer by saying yes. Of course, I've read a fucking book. So I'm educating you. Is that what it is now?
Oh, what are you on about? Well, if you've read a book, then you already know about this week's culture. Next week, there'll be a different cultural thing.
Well, we're not doing that next week. I'm not doing this next week. So what was the last book you read, Matt? Okay.
The last book I read was, I think it was called Where's My Hat or something like that.
Where's My Hat?
Yeah.
All right.
It's like an adventure, like a search of discovery kind of thing. Yeah.
Like a coming of age kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess so. Like there's the characters in it, they'd learn things about themselves.
Yeah.
It's about this bear. It's got a red hat. Can't find it. So he goes to a toad and he says, "All right, mate, where's my hat?" And the toad says, "I don't know."
Yeah.
And he goes to a hare and he says, "Have you seen my hat?" And the hare says, no, I don't know.
He doesn't know either.
No. It's nice. It's like the plot's got lots of twists and turns. It's amazing.
All right. I half want to know and I half don't want you to spoil this for me.
Well, I mean,
just
stop
okay.
me if
So
I'm going.
No, keep going. They might do a TV series of it.
Yeah, they probably will actually.
Okay, so I
think the bear will be played by Sylvester McCoy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the bear goes to this giraffe. He says, "Hello, I'm looking for my hat. I can't find it." And the giraffe says, "I've not seen it." And then the bear goes to this leopard. And he says, "I'm looking for my hat. It's a red hat." And the leopard says, "I don't know where it is."
Sorry, mate. Yeah. Don't know where it is, mate. Love to help you, but
yeah. It's all very
polite.
Genial. Yeah,
they're all friends. Yeah.
And then the bear goes to a pig, and he says, "Have you seen my hat?" And the pig says, "I've not seen it." And then the bear's like despondent, and then he thinks, "I have seen my hat."
The bear's seen his own hat.
Yeah, he remembers that the hare was wearing it.
Hasn't he already fucking asked the hare?
Yeah, but the hare was
lying.
The bear didn't realise.
Bastard, that's a good twist, that.
Yeah.
Was the hare wearing it when he asked him?
Yeah.
Fuck me.
I know, it's insane, isn't it? And then...
I like a good twist.
And the hare's mate says, "Hey, bear, have you seen my mate the hare?" And the bear says, "Nope, I have no idea where he is." The bear has eaten the hare, and he's not saying. That's the joke.
Oh, so he ate him with the hat. So it's like a second twist then, isn't it?
No, it's amazing.
Well, I like that double twist.
Yeah. So that's literature, isn't it?
So the twist was, correct me if I'm wrong here, because it seems quite a good twist.
Yeah.
The first twist is that he was wearing the fucking hat when he asked him in the first place. So the hare does have it. Yeah. And the second twist, when the hare's mate is doing the same thing that the bear was doing, is that the bear ate him and the hat.
No, he didn't eat the hat, he's wearing the hat.
Who's wearing the hat?
Right. The bear realised that the hare was wearing the hat when he asked the hare where his hat was. And then he went back to the hare and ate the fucking hare and took the fucking hat off the fucking hare.
Well, that's not as good. I don't know why you're getting angry, but
because you're not listening to me.
I am. I just thought he ate his own hat.
It's a good book.
It'd been better if he'd eaten his own hat, though, wouldn't it?
Well, if
it would have been like
if
a
it was a better
ending.
writer, maybe that would have worked.
Maybe. It's all right. Anyway.
It's not my fault. I didn't write the fucking book.
We need to calm down a little bit first. I see you like hyperventilating.
I just think you should, if you just listen to me a bit more, this would be a better podcast.
I'm sorry, Matt. What can I say? Apart from I'm sorry.
Well, let's clear the air a bit. Ooh. Just accidentally leaned back into a cardboard cutout of Morrissey. It's just a real thing that happened.
Yeah.
We need to clear the air a bit and do our due diligence.
Yes, before we leave.
Yeah.
Letters, la 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 la, letters. Letters, la 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 la. Letters, la 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 la, letters. Letters, la 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 la.
Next week, we'll do another letters section. We've got letters coming in,
piling up.
We've got lettuces annoyingly coming in.
Yeah, that's actually becoming a bit of a problem.
Even though I've
hold
issued
off on the lettuce.
I've issued warnings about people sending lettuces, and they seem to think it's like some kind of joke, but actually it's not, and it's actually making me mad.
The problem is when you send a lettuce to us, that lettuce has to be physically delivered, and it takes a long time.
Matt, it's an electronic lettuce. That's my point. It's not a real lettuce.
All right, so
people aren't pushing lettuces through your letterbox, are they?
I was hoping the listeners at home were buying into the fiction of the lettuce.
So you think that the people at home, when they send us lettuces on the website, someone somewhere is purchasing a fucking iceberg lettuce and shoving it through your or my letterbox?
yeah. It's like a lettuce mush that we have to wade through.
If that was the case, I would be going insane. Right. Every morning, just like 44 lettuces pushed through because some wanker has clicked send Cobley lettuce 44 times the night before when they were drunk.
Please send Cobley more lettuces, please, people at home, please.
Well,
he needs to learn.
It's not what I need to. What do I need to learn? What do I need to learn? We're arguing again.
We're getting sidetracked.
Right. Anyway,
go to www.mattandcobley.com and send us a letter. Don't send us a lettuce.
Exactly. Yeah. And we'll read out some letters next week. Oh, what next week? What's the subject next week?
Subject next week is
geography.
What is it? What is it?
Geography.
Subject next week is geography. You can edit that out, can't you, Cobley?
Yeah.
See you next week. I love you.
I don't.
Not a Cobley's podcast. Not a Cobley's podcast.